Has anyone ever had a police officer visit your home? Maybe there was an incident nearby and they came to ask if you knew anything. But before you open the door, please be careful. Is that person really a police officer? This is a story about that. The Hinefuchi couple disappearance case, May 18, 2001, around 6 o'clock post-meridian. Kiyoshi Hinefuchi, 59, and his wife Ikuko, 54, a married couple from Tsukamachi, Wakaba Ward, Chiba City, Chiba Prefecture, disappeared around noon that day. At a financial institution in Chiba City from a bank book in the husband's name, 3.5 million yen in cash was withdrawn, while the security cameras at the financial institution, security footage showed a third party withdrawing the money before the two vanished. Just before that, Ikuko, his wife, told a close friend. She sent an email saying, "Today, the saddest thing in my life happened." After that, both she and the car disappeared, but only the car was later found. Furthermore, bloodstains believed to belong to the two of them were detected in the trunk. Many puzzling mysteries remain in this missing persons case. As of 2020, the case remains unsolved. The important points of this case are: the two missing individuals are central to this case. It has been discovered that a mysterious person claiming to be a police officer visited the home of the Kim-en couple several days before. When the police checked, it turned out that there was no such police officer. There's no doubt that the two of them got caught up in some kind of incident, and it seems to be related to money. As I investigated this case, I came across a certain rumor. First, let me explain the details of the incident. On May 15th, 2001, Ikuko, who was working part-time, she called her supervisor, Mr. Yamada, and asked to take the day off because the police were coming. According to her, the reason the police were coming was that she had been caught in the neighborhood. It turned out that a pair of burglars had been targeting them, and one of their accomplices was still at large. He hadn't been arrested yet, and that's why the suspect was still targeting Miss Hinefuchi's house. After that, a man who was probably a fake police officer visited Miss Hinefuchi's house, saying that the burglar on the run would definitely show up at her place and that she might be being watched. The burglar knew not only the layout of Miss Hinefuchi's house, but also the family structure, the couple's work schedules, and even information only the family would know. However, she became suspicious of this person and decided to call her husband Kiyoshi on the phone. The man took the phone and spoke with her husband, but he acted boldly and didn't seem nervous at all. That day, Mr. Kiyoshi came home. He left the house around 7:30 p.m. The next day, Wednesday, May 16th, around 9 a.m. The man from the previous day, claiming to be Hirowaka from the virtual district, visited Miss Hinefuchi's house again. He reported that a burglar had broken into a nearby house but escaped capture just before arrest. Hironaka continued to talk skillfully. He said intelligent criminals can secretly withdraw money from your account and advise reporting it to the police if you become a victim. He gave Ikuko-san a crime report form and she anxiously filled out all her personal and bank details as instructed. She even allowed the man into her home under the guise of receiving crime prevention guidance. She revealed the location of the safe and bank book to him. He claimed he would check her account for suspicious activity at the station, so she also gave him her personal seal, indicating her deep trust in him. The couple apparently never verified Hironaka's identity with the police. What happened next? Actually, around 7:30 on the morning of this day, Ikuko sent an email to her friends saying that she was going through something so painful it was one of the top 3 hardest things in her life. Unfortunately, her friend noticed this email. Her friend noticed it 6 days later, on May 22nd around 8 a.m. The incident occurred on Thursday, May 17th. Ikuko had yet to contact the company. She called to say the police were there so she'd be late for work and if it was past noon to mark her as absent. In the end, that's what happened. Was she marked absent that day? Kiyoshi contacted the real estate agent at 10:01 ante-meridium and 5:41 post-meridium to change the locks at their home. A phone call confirmed he wanted to change the locks. On Friday, May 18th, around 7 o'clock ante-meridium, Kiyoshi left for work. After that, around 8 o'clock ante-meridium, Ikuko called to say she'd be 30 minutes late. Around 9:20 ante-meridium, a person claiming to be Kiyoshi called Ikuko's workplace, stating she would take 2 or 3 days off due to a family death. It was confirmed Kiyoshi was at his workplace in Misato City, Saitama Prefecture at the time. And then, from the outgoing call records, it was confirmed that this call definitely came from the Hinefuchi residence. The company management became suspicious about Ikuko's situation. Mr. Yamada visited the Hinefuchi residence around 10 a.m. A car was in the garage and there was no response when he pushed the spare tire. When peeking inside from the back, he saw a man standing to his left. As their eyes met, the man turned away, signaling not to call out. He thought the police might be watching the Hinefuchi home. At that moment, their eyes met. The man was about 160 to 170 centimeters tall. He was around 60 years old with short hair and a distinctive square-shaped haircut. This man was there around noon. Neighbors also saw him and reported it to the police. Then, at 1:45 p.m. on this day, a man claiming to be Kimbuchi Kiyoshi, disguised with a cap, mask and glasses, was seen on security camera footage cancelling a 3.5 million yen fixed deposit at a bank near Chiba station. The footage revealed the man's features. He's around 165 centimeters tall, likely in his 50s or 60s with broad shoulders and a square jaw. Based on the shape of his ears and the thickness of his neck, there is a high possibility that he has experience in martial arts. The hat he was wearing had the letter C on it, and it is likely that it was a Chunichi dragon's cap. After Mr. Kiyoshi left work at 6 p.m, his whereabouts became unknown. Also, around 8 p.m. that day, there was a loud noise coming from Mr. Hinefuchi's house. A neighbor heard the noise, and when one of Ikuko's friends called the house, a man answered and said, "We're lying low right now." Mr. Kiyoshi was absent from work without notice for 2 consecutive days, May 21st and 22nd. Concerned, Mr. Kiyoshi's supervisor visited the Kanebuchi home. The front door and shutters remained closed. The garage gate was open, the car was gone, and newspapers and mail had piled up in the mailbox. It seems that the supervisor felt something was off about this situation. They immediately reported it to the police. The police contacted Mr. Kimen's eldest son, and when they entered the house together, they noticed something strange. The couple was nowhere to be found, and although there were no signs of a struggle, there were bloodstains on the bathroom door that looked like they had been smeared with something. The next day, on the 23rd, the police immediately searched Mr. Hinefuchi's house, and this is what they found out. All fingerprints in the house had been wiped clean, except for the couple's. Luminol tests detected traces of blood that had been wiped away in the bathroom and hallway. According to the results of Analysis A, the bloodstains left in the bathroom were found to be Ikuko's, and the bloodstains left in the hallway were determined to be Kiyoshi's. The amount of blood in the bathroom exceeded the total blood volume. Later, the car owned by the couple was found far away in Nagoya, about 4 months after the two went missing in September 2001. Unfortunately, although the car was found, there was no sign of the couple and no fingerprints were left inside the car. However, there was a reaction in the back seat and bloodstains from the couple were found in the trunk. The driving record of this car has been clarified by the police system. According to that, something happened between the 19th and 20th, and it was found that this car headed toward the Nagoya area. A broken computer was found at Mr. Hinefuchi's house. Upon restoration, it revealed over 100 emails sent by Ikuko-san about a cosmetics multi-level marketing scheme. Rumors also suggested that Ikuko-san had lent money to someone in 1 million yen increments. The fate of Ikuko-san and Mr. Hinefuchi remains unknown. It's well known locally that the person she lent money to was someone from her company or among her acquaintances. There's also a rumor that the person who came to the house wasn't a police officer but a Yakuza member, and they said he was a police officer to reassure the neighbors. I can't confirm if this rumor is true. Please note that this is just a rumor. There were also reports of fake police officers visiting homes around this time. It's also true that there were many such cases in nearby Kanto prefectures like Chiba and Kanagawa. What concerns me is that the perpetrator in this case knew information that only the family would know. There were also rumors about emails related to multi-level cosmetics marketing and lending and borrowing money. So, could it be that the crime was committed by someone not far from Ms. Kinebuchi? Of course, as I mentioned earlier, that's also a possibility. At that time, scams believed to use similar methods were rampant. That's also a fact, so we can't deny that possibility either. One thing that's certain is that he skillfully manipulated people, got into their hearts and eventually resorted to violence. The thief who stole the money remains at large. Regrettably, that's the current state of affairs. People like the perpetrator exist worldwide. The culprit, in his 50s to 60s around 2001, would now be in his 70s to 80s, making identification difficult. It may be difficult to identify him, but more than anything, I sincerely hope that the two of them are found safe. Scammers now also try to obtain personal information by sending emails posing as banks or claiming you've won a big prize, not just by visiting homes directly. There are many scams out there. If you have even a slight suspicion, verify first. Only you can protect yourself. Instead of asking others about things you don't know, try to look them up yourself. Gather various pieces of information, examine each one carefully, and store them as your own knowledge. That's all for this time. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.